Hi everyone, Tom here again, and as you can see I've got my little friend. He's from Wimbledon and he's a Wimbledon tennis bear. He's in mohair and his colours are purple and green, which are the colours of Wimbledon. And so we're going to meet a few of his friends today. I don't have a name for this bear. I can't find a name for him. Wimbledon does have one of him, and we understood that when I purchased this one, he was a bear that was handed out to the players at Wimbledon. He was not for sale, and so it's quite possible this was a player's bear. But the woman who we purchased it from in the UK couldn't confirm that. I have emailed Wimbledon and I did get a reply from them, and they weren't aware of that being the case, but they couldn't say that it wasn't true. So, but he's rather nice. He's made of mohair, and he's quite a large bear, probably about 12 to 15 inches in height. This you see here is the logo for the championships in Wimbledon. So there is the Wimbledon flag and also the UK flag, which you can see there. And the center part, which is the double-headed eagle, I'm not sure if you can see that too well, that is actually the emblem of the town of Wimbledon. So all in all, this is quite a cute little bear. I have actually now found another one online, but I'm not sure if I want to have two of them. I think the first one you buy is always the one that you love the most. So we're going to look at some of his friends today, and we'll hope you enjoy the day. This is also a Wimbledon tennis bear. This one is a very soft, furry teddy bear. It's got the Wimbledon logo on his foot, Wimbledon Championships, and on the other foot, it's got 2002. So this one is a 2002 Wimbledon bear. He's got a green Wimbledon ribbon around his neck and the Wimbledon tag from the Lawn Tennis Museum. He's got soft, like felt type. They're fuzzy. They're not fuzzy. They're very soft, but they're not felt because they're softer than felt. So I think they're a nice material instead of felt. Same for the bottom of the feet as well. So this one's 35 centimeters in height, 15 inches. 14 inches roughly, and he's got a nice little face as well. Cute little face. So he's rather nice. I like him. And here's the next one. This is a Wimbledon teddy bear as well. He's got a purple ribbon with Wimbledon written on it. There's no year on this, and there's nothing on his feet. So this one, I can't tell you what year it's from. It's got long furry hair, this one, and it's got the same material feet, which are not felt. He also has a little hat, which is fixed. Well, it's not fixed, you can take it off, put it on. And it has the Wimbledon logo with Wimbledon Championships written on it. And this little bear is 12 inches, so he's about 30 centimeters. Lovely little bear, nice and soft, and quite fluffy. He's got a nice little face too. So, and here's the next one from Wimbledon as well. So he's got a pair of shorts and a separate t-shirt, and got the Wimbledon logo on his t-shirt. He doesn't have anything on his feet. He's got furry padded feet rather than material ones. Doesn't have furry padded hands or paws, whatever you want to call them. He's 8 inches high. He's quite a good little size. Put his shorts on. And he comes with a I Love Wimbledon straw boater. So he comes with that. And if you remember my oddities video, you'll see that I showed you this little Championships Wimbledon pen. This is actually the racket that came with him. So this was his racket and his little straw hat for the sun. Keep the sun out of his eyes. Nice little thing. And nice and soft. Plush more than soft. So the next little Wimbledon bear I have is this little chap. Now he's, as you can see, he's quite small. He's only about 3 inches maybe. And he's got a green Wimbledon jumper with the Wimbledon logo on it. And a hat. This is stitched onto his head so it doesn't come off. And this one has the Wimbledon logo on the hat as well. And he's just a small size teddy bear because he is actually a keyring. So you can hang him off a backpack or whatever, just to carry around. So he's quite cute. And he's a sort of fuzzy, furry, it's not a tight fur, it's messy fur, if you like what you call it. But yeah, quite nice. He's cute. So that's the Wimbledon teddy bears that I have. On to other teddy bears. We've got this one, which you'll probably recognize the hat. And he has a t-shirt with PB on it. Nothing on his feet. They're furry, same as his fur itself. The feet are same fur, but different colour. He does have eyes. You can just see them in there. They're not too clear to see, but they're there, definitely. Is one. And he's got a hat that's sewn onto his head so he doesn't lose it. And he's got his own little racket, and as you can see, it's got PB on the racket. And it's got its own little logo up the top. Double-sided, so don't want to bend his arm back, you know, they broke it. And Paddington Bear, obviously. So this would have had the paper tag that says, please get this bear to Paddington Station, whatever. And please look after this bear. It had a tag, but this one that I purchased didn't have the tag with it, unfortunately. So this Paddington is 10 inches tall. He's was first issued in 1975 by Eden Toys of New York. He would have had the traditional Paddington label that says this bear was from Peru and please get him to Paddington Station. This one doesn't have the label, unfortunately, but other than that, it's complete and quite cute. Depending on what country you came from at the Australian Open, in 2014 there was a plush teddy brought out, and this one was for Switzerland. It has its own little tag, and it has the Australian Open serving man logo that I talk about, and it's got the Swiss flag inside a tennis ball shape. So the only thing that's on this teddy bear is just the t-shirt. So it was the same teddy bear that was created for many countries that came to support their players, and basically it's just a support bear, if you like. So this one's for Switzerland. They are 10 inches high. And further to that one is one from 2015, and it's the same bear, but this one is from China, and it has the same serving man logo on the t-shirt, and this one has the Chinese flag within the ball shape. It's the same bear that was made for each country, they just had different t-shirts. Right, so after having a player support bear, which you can cheer on the player from your country, we have an actual player support bear, and this one is Federer, and he is a beanie, a Thai beanie babies, and it's the Roger Federer beanie bear. How he plays tennis with his feet out like that, goodness knows, but you know, he could probably play with a broken leg. He's got his own little red racket, and he's got his headband, which is stitched on, doesn't come off. So he's got his label here as well. And the ATP t-shirt. This is 8 inches in height, and it was purchased from UNICEF, as Roger Federer is a Goodwill Ambassador to UNICEF back in 2006. So this was to raise funds for the charitable program assisting children everywhere, and they brought out this bear for sale to raise funds. So I actually purchased two. So he's got his own little doppelganger sitting on the shelf next to him. And staying on the Beanie Bears theme, I have a Beanie Kids Lovable Collectables. This one is a Sydney, the one of the mascots from the Australian Olympics in 2000, and this is the tennis bear. And he has a winner's. It's silver in colour, but so I guess it's a second position, second place. He's in the Australian colours, green and gold, and just your normal Beanie Kids bear. So this one is 8 inches in height, and he's made by Skansen, and he was made for the Olympics. He's a retired bear, so you won't be able to get him anymore unless you can pick one up online from the likes of eBay or somewhere like that. Well, that's the last of the plush bears. I do have some little figures, nice little bear figures, and I'll show you some videos on that and do a quick little chat on each one that you can just have a look at. This little group of 3 are Australian themed. They're all koala bears. They're quite small. They're anything from 1.5 inches to maybe 3 inches in height, but they're just made in China, so they're not necessarily expensive. Just little fun things to have sitting on the shelf. This one is called Bad Taste Bears, and I've got 2 of these. This one is the girl player, and it is called Kiss My Ace. And as you can see here, that's exactly what she's giving the signal of. He's obviously just won the point and said, "Kiss my ace, beat that." This one is the other Bad Taste bear, and this one's called Andy. And as you can see, he stood a little bit close to the net and has had the tennis ball smashed into his face. These are quite amusing little figures, these ones. This one was a Coca-Cola bear, which I purchased from America. and we did an exchange. The lady that I purchased this from was like collecting snow domes, and so I had a couple of snow domes from Australia, and I sent them to her in exchange for this. And it's a rather nice little figure. He's about 7 inches from side to side. This one's a nice little plush bear. Plush as in looking plush. It's actually a ceramic bear. Again, it's made in China, so not terribly expensive. He's got a nice little face, and he's got a Nike swoosh on the front and the back of his t-shirt. And he's about 2.5, 3 inches high. This one here is a Christmas decoration. I believe it would have hung on the tree. It's made of papier-mâché, and it's a bear in a tennis outfit, and he's made in Thailand. Again, not very expensive. It's about 3 inches high, hangs from the tree. So you may remember that in the tennis centre in Melbourne there is a court called 1573, and the sponsor of this court had a stall in that particular year that I was up in watching the tennis, and I purchased this boxed set from them, and it was a spirits company. And so inside the box was this glass ball-shaped container. So the circular container you see in here was made for mixing the cocktail, which has the recipe in the box as well. And it also has a lanyard with 1573 on the lanyard itself. And also they had these little figures. You can see 2 little pandas. One is not playing tennis, but the other one was playing tennis. And these used to just hang off the edge of a glass, I think. So the spirit that was for sale was called Guo Jiao. So it's Guo Jiao. And it also had a $20 gift voucher in the box, where you could put that towards the 1 bottle of Guo Jiao or Guo Jiao. Don't know how you pronounce it. So on the cocktail recipe card there were 2 cocktails. One was called Palaicha, and it was this spirit Guo Jiao, lemonade and lemon juice. And they had another one that was called RTD 1573, and that had the Guo Jiao spirit with a mixture of ginger beer and lime juice to make up that particular cocktail. Okay, so we are done for today. Time for this little guy to go back to his little cabinet and have a snooze, and we'll catch you on the next video. So in the meantime, look after yourselves, keep well, and we will see you soon. Bye.